Good morning, everyone. I'm back with a new camera setup. It's very temporary, but at least it has autofocus. This is my new NaNoNotebook, part writer's notebook and part NaNoWriMo themed bullet journal. For the writer's notebook portion, it will have reference pages for writing advice that I access frequently. As part of Preptober and in honor of National Reading Month, I'm hoping to read more writing craft books, and I'll use this to take notes. For the bujo, it'll be split into 4 parts. A dash of Plantember, which is mostly my checklist of spreads I want to include for the other portions, thoughts and timing for Preptober, metrics, trackers, and self-care for NaNoWriMo itself, and finally quick reference pages for various aspects of The Vampire's Vow, my project for this year's Nano. This notebook is small and only has 122 pages, so I'm not sure if it'll last beyond this November, but ideally I'll also be able to use it next year for camps and maybe even NaNoWriMo 2024. Tonight, I'm setting up my reference pages, or at least some of them. I have a few blog posts from the Well Storied podcast that I reference constantly in the early stages of planning, and the 7-point story structure popularized by Dan Brown that I adore, but also always forget how to actually implement. Recently, I've begun experimenting with the snowflake method, so to commemorate that, I've included its basic structure as well. I've also included some highlights from Save the Cat, even though I've never quite gotten the hang of using the beat sheets themselves. I really like the logline advice as well as the 10 genre archetypes. I adore Romancing the Beat, which is Gwen Hayes' version of story beats specifically for romance, which I've used to plot out my actual romance novel, as well as to make sure I have the pacing right for various character subplots. I've also started in on characterization references, beginning with a brief overview from TV Trope's Cast Calculus. I had to stop filming soon after, but I also plan on including information on Enneagrams, which I found really helpful lately, as well as the Myers-Briggs personality types, and perhaps some other psychology nerdiness. I'm not quite sure if I'll continue this mini-series in a similar format, with footage of me populating the bujo plus a voiceover, but I guess we'll find out when we get there. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time. See ya!